Good morning. Happy April 1st. I'm so excited that it is the 1st of April, and maybe some of you are celebrating April Fools. But I want to just start today by saying yesterday, day 2, was a great job done by all of you, Journey Team. I'm so proud of all the work that you are doing. And I just want to check in on a different note and start this video by reminding you to take care of yourselves during these days that you are working hard and trying to get all of your work done. Don't forget very important things that are part of your day, such as remember to go outside and play, remember to laugh, find the sense of humor, have fun, drink extra water, connect with other people, whether it's online or on the phone. Reach out to someone who you know might just need someone to visit with, and make sure you're getting a lot of sleep too. So I'm constantly thinking about you guys. I know that we are all trying to find a balance at our house too, with everybody kind of doing different things. And so I want to check in and make sure that you guys are okay too. I've just got 6 points, 5 points. I already covered one. I want to get through. I want to make this video short, so I'm going to be to the point. I'm going to cover what was needed for yesterday's Pear Deck in order to get a score and how I'm grading, and then what's coming up for tomorrow. So let's start with, first of all, for grading. In the grade book on day 1, my goal was for you to just be successful in answering that Pear Deck assignment. And so if you did that, if you answered anything, you could have answered, who knows, but you would have had 10 points automatically. Yesterday, though, I graded according to your academics and making sure that you are falling back into line with understanding what happens to potential energy and what happens to kinetic energy. So 10 points for you're good to go. That's a thumbs up from me. If you're getting 9 points or 8 points on that, that means that there's maybe something that got mixed up in how you were communicating to me what you know. And so to keep on trying. If you earned a 7 out of 10, that most likely means that when I was looking at slides, you weren't quite answering what the instructions were asking for. So go back and double check that you are doing that. And anything less than that, I'm going to be in contact with you specifically about. So let's take a look at the presentation session from yesterday. And I just want to jump to what I think is the most important slide from yesterday's Pear Deck, and that is the ability to talk about and explain what's happening on a pendulum or on a skateboard. This is an example of one student's work, and even though there isn't the friction piece, I wanted to show this one because it's simplified. Once you get that friction and that thermal energy in there, this starts to look really complicated and also impressive. But for someone who is still trying to grab those concepts, I just wanted to show someone's work who is showing potential energy and kinetic energy. It looks as though this person is starting the pendulum on the right-hand side, where it says when the pendulum is just beginning, and let's say Bill Nye was holding it in the video and he was holding it up, it is sitting there with a lot of height, waiting to drop. And that means that energy is stored. It could fall if the person drops that pendulum. That means that all of that energy is being stored as potential energy. Because of its position, it's just waiting to fall. It has no speed, which means there is zero kinetic energy in that situation. When that falling moment happens, anything that's falling is getting faster and faster and faster as it falls toward the ground, but it is also losing its height. So let me repeat, if it's getting faster, that energy is turning into kinetic energy, but it's losing it from potential. Potential is height related because it's coming downward. We learned on the first day, or earlier in this slideshow, that energy can't be created or destroyed. So if you put 100 joules of energy into that pendulum or that skateboarder, then the 100 pieces of energy are trading off into the kinds of energy that they are. As they fall, you see this percentage start to trade off with speed getting faster and faster. At the bottom, it's at its greatest with kinetic energy, but has zero potential energy. And once it starts to climb up again, now gravity is fighting against its speed. It's getting slower, and also it is getting higher. So we see that trade-off starting to happen again. So this is a great example for showing that trade-off between potential and kinetic energy. Thermal energy is getting involved in the air resistance and in the point where this is fastened in the middle and it's swinging from. And that is going to slow down this pendulum over time. It's going to swing back and forth, but it's going to start to lower each time depending on how much friction there is. We have seen pendulums that just swing a couple times and they're done, where we see some that are very well moving, not a lot of friction, and they can go for a while. And so I want you to be able to relate to that with skateboarding, roller coasters, pendulums, and just knowing that when they fall, they're getting faster and picking up kinetic energy. So nice job here. When you go back and you look at what I'm publishing, pay attention to those notes and maybe just jot that down or write something down in your own notebooks for science so that you are picking up on that. Also, these videos are always available for you to come back and look at and just go over it again. And feel free to email me as well, and I can give you more resources. The question for the riddle of the day, nice job, many of you. We have the answer was light. What fills a room but doesn't take up any space? Not air. I think air was maybe the top answer, but air takes up space. Think about, you put air into a Ziploc bag and you're popping it, it's taking up space in that bag. So that was not the right answer. Lexi L, I got to give you credit. You said silence, and I loved that answer. So I like your style. You're getting a shout out from me anyway. Those students who had the right answer: Gabe P, Brooke W, Brody H, Mitchell M, Cage, Tori, Charlie, Gabe C, Jacob B, JJ, Aiden H, Audrey W, Ava F, Avern L, and Grace B. Nice to have you guys. I'm not going to be putting a riddle on this one just because I have a different lineup for today. As you'll notice, there isn't a pair deck, so there isn't going to be a place to answer that question unless I were to put it in the quizzes, which is not going to be part of that score. Where am I at right now? I want to talk to you about publishing your notes. I mentioned that just a minute ago. If you go into your Google Classroom and you want to be able to study something that we've done this week, take a look. It's not on the classwork page, but it's on the stream page. And you'll see day 1, see your completed work here. You'll know the justification for the score that you're getting, and you'll be able to open that up. You can't see anyone else's work. It's just your work, which is why the videos might be valuable. If this is your work from day 1, go watch the video from day 2, and you might see something that you may have missed along the way. So keep your eyes out for that. I haven't put day 2 on there yet. That'll happen later today. Where are we at next? For today's lesson, I'm keeping it simple. There isn't a pair deck. It is just a quizzes. Answer the quizzes code or click on that link and complete the code. You may use your notes on this. Have them laid out, answer those questions. But also, you may only take it one time. So be careful. Don't use your mouse or scrolling back and forth. Use your 1, 2, 3, 4 keys on that keyboard, because I can't fix a score that is an accidental answer just out of principle. So make sure that you're entering that and completing it. It won't start until 8 a.m. So for those of you early risers, you know who you are. It's not going to be available to you until then, unless Quizzes really likes you and opens it up. So once you're done with that and you've seen this video today, shut down for science. I'll see you tomorrow with your forms of energy notes. That's that yellow sheet that we filled in the blank. I know I said to have that today, but it's nice to just have it coasted off just a little bit more. Have a good day, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.